Alright, one of the basic mistake that the seventh grader usually make is that when they add or subtract a fraction, for example, when they I have two fractions like that. I have 1 over 2, take away 1 over 3, and they just do like 1 take away 1, 2 take away 3 is equal 0, and that's wrong. It's not a way to do add or subtract a fraction when the two denominator are not the same. Okay, so in this video I will tell one of the basic things that on the seventh grader should know, is that the number 1 is all equal to 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 5 over 5, 6 over 6, etc. Why we need to do that? Because when we add or subtract a fraction with the denominator are not the same. In this case we have number 2 and number 3. We cannot just simply add or subtract it. So we need to convert the fraction 1 over 2 and 1 over 3 something to become some fraction that have the same denominator. In this case we do multiplication. Alright, so we do for the fraction 1 over 2 we times 3 over 3. Why we times 3 over 3? Because as I told, 3 over 3 is 1. So even you times 4 over 4, 5 over 5, 6 over 6, it's still the same. 1 over 2, still 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 times 3 over 3 is mean 1 over 2 times 1. So basically 1 over 2 times 3 over 3 is 1 over 2. So that we don't change anything, which is good because we cannot change anything. We just convert the fraction 1 over 2 into other fraction that are easier for us to do the math. When we come to the fraction 1 over 3, we must multiply with 2 over 2. Why we multiply 2 over 2? Because in the first fraction we have 2 times 3 is 6. So in the second fraction, if we want the denominator to be the same with the 6, we need to times 2 to number 3. So because 3 times 2 equal 2 times 3 equals 6. But when we times 2 on the bottom, we need to times 2 on the top also. That's why we times 2 over 2. And again, 2 over 2 equal 1. So 1 over 3 times 2 over 2 is 1 over 3, which is good. We don't change anything. 1 over 3, we just write it 1 over 3 times 2 over 2, which is good, which is correct. Alright, so we do the math. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, so 1 over 2 will be 3 over 6. 1 over 3 will be 1 over 6. Now we have the two fractions with the same denominator. Then we can do the math. So on the top we have 3 take away 2, and on the bottom is 6. So the answer will be 1 over 6. That's the one of the very basic thing that we need when we do add or subtract the fraction with different denominator. I can give you another example. When we add the two fraction with different denominator. Yeah, fraction is 2 over 5 plus 3 over 10. The first fraction denominator is 5, and the second fraction denominator is 10. Some kids, they just do like that. They do equal 2 times 2 plus 3 on the top and 5 plus 10 on the bottom, and they equal 5 over 15, which is wrong. We cannot add like that. Why? because the two denominator of the two fractions are the same, we cannot just simply add them together. But what we must do is we convert the fraction 2 over 5 into something that have 10 on the bottom, so that we can add with 3 over 10. And number 5 here on the bottom, if you want to convert it to 10, it means you times 2 to number 5, so 5 times 2, then we have 10, which is good because it will be the same with the fraction 3 over 10. But we cannot just simply times 2 to number 5. When we times 2 on the bottom, we need to times 2 on the top also. Why? Because 2 divided by 2 is 1, which is good, which is we don't change anything from the fraction 2 over 5. And of course, we should write number 2 again. So the fraction 2 over 5 equal 2 times 2 over 5 times 2, which is 4 over 10. Now we are okay to go ahead and do the math. 4 over 10, instead of write 2 over 5, I write 4 over 10 plus 3 over 10. The two fractions have the same denominator. We just do the simply math. 4 plus 3 over 10 equal 7 over 10. That's the answer. It's not 5 over 15, but 7 over 10 is the correct answer. In sum, 1 over 1, 2 over 2, 3 over 3, 4 over 4, any number over that same number will be equal 1. And this is very necessary for us in converting a fraction into any other fraction.